Hey guys, Otto here from Acquisition Partner. Just a quick one today for you guys. So you're probably watching this already. I think your name's Ismail, but Ismail, I've seen that you've followed me on Instagram, and what I want to do quickly here, guys, is just show you something that perhaps you maybe shouldn't do when you're creating an offer and trying to build a business based off of a service that is actually valuable to your prospective clients. Okay, so I went over to Instagram, and I don't use Instagram personally. I don't really even use it for business anyway at all at the moment. But I clicked over on this profile. Just out of interest, I looked at the website here, and I started reading through thinking, unlock an extra 60 to 220k. That sounds familiar. In 60 days, okay, or you don't pay. Interesting. The little emojis here. And I was thinking, I recognize this picture very well. It's actually got my editing on it as well. And then these points here, I was thinking, these all look familiar. And I was looking at this and I was thinking, this looks like a roughly drawn version of one of my systems. And I was thinking, my system was featured by really good emails. The email designs that we produced using the system was featured on really good emails and milled.com. I was thinking, hang on, did I create this website? And I was thinking, that's not me. Your name's Ismail, and Ismail, you're probably watching this, and this isn't a hate video for you at all. I'm flattered by the fact that you've practically copied every single thing that we created with our e-commerce email system. So I guess that I should be flattered by that. But what I wanted to bring up here, and you can probably just see here, I was having to go back to one of our old landing pages when we were running the system under this brand name. And I was thinking, unlock extra 60 to 220k. Well, we used to run that offer, and we dropped it here to open up our net a bit. And I was going through here thinking, hey, I recognise that picture. That's the same picture here. And that's the same gold line. They just put a red box around the gold box that I created here. And they put a red arrow exactly over my gold arrow. And I'm thinking, hang on, this isn't right. I was looking through all these points here, and they picked out some of my points. Fully GDPR compliant, word for word. SOPs and walkthrough guides for employees if needed. And then it got to this bit here, and I was thinking, hang on, this is my system that I would hand down to all of my full stack marketing managers that we would follow, and account managers when auditing and working through and onboarding new clients, working through their Klaviyo accounts. I was thinking, this looks so similar to this here. It's just a hand-drawn version. Launch, Klaviyo account audit. Thinking launch, onboarding, Klaviyo audit, data analysis, zero and first party data, zero party, first party. Anyway, I'm not going to labour this point, but what I wanted just to say to Ismail or any of you guys that are watching this. Now, copying what other people are doing in business or with their offers, like this word for word, is never going to give you any sort of longevity in business. Okay, so we're seeing it a lot currently with Facebook, and if you guys are in the marketing space, you might be even getting these messages yourself. But with appointment setters, it's like they've watched one online course and all extracted the same singular outreach and appointment setting method, and that they are hammering that to everybody who they don't realize is actually getting that offer literally 50 plus times a day, like I am. So one of those at the moment is the whole getting a micro commitment and saying, if I could guarantee you an extra 20 plus sales appointments every week without paid ads and without you lifting a finger, whatever it might be, would that be of value to you? Okay, if I send you more information. Literally, I get that message, 50 to 100 times a day on Facebook. And really what's happening there is that people who are short-sighted, or they are only focused on the short term, or perhaps new to the game and actually haven't been in business for a long period of time. They are trying to jump on a vein of gold that they perceive as being something that has unlimited upside, and they are basically hammering that until they realize it's not working for them. And what they don't realize is that they'll end up putting it down to the fact that cold DMs don't work, and that that outreach as a strategy and methodology isn't working in today's day and age, whatever it might be, when in reality it comes down to the totality of their business, from a completely sort of ground level up Wood's approach. Okay, so if you have basically, you might have the best outreach systems in the world, but if your offer is exactly the same as, the next Tom, Dick and Harry or whatever it might be, then you're going to really struggle to get any kind of traction. Okay, and a lot of what you've got to realize here is the components of what we were able to put with absolute certainty into our landing page and our sales pages and all of our client acquisition systems here comes from extreme confidence that we know exactly what we're talking about and what we can deliver. So when we talk about zero and first party data, it's very easy for us to talk about that on a sales call till the cows come home. Whereas this chap and Ismail, again, I'm not trying to hate on you, buddy, at all for what you're doing if you are watching this or if you're in our Discord community. But you've got to realize that if you're putting points like this on your landing pages, it's going to get to a point where hopefully you'll get on sales calls with prospective clients and you're going to have to back up every one of these points here. And if you are running a landing page with a complete total copy of somebody else's system, you will get to a point where you're questioning, why can't I replicate their success? And what I'm trying to say to you now is that you're not going to be successful if you are word for word copy and pasting what other people are doing. You're already 10 steps behind. Okay, so I guess the moral of the story here, guys, is if you are looking for a new offer, or perhaps you are overcome regularly by shiny object syndrome, the best thing you can do is make an educated guess, kind of analysis on what the best service delivery vehicle is for you, and use and incorporate all of the points that make you who you are. Okay, so if you've got a background in e-commerce, whatever it might be, it might make sense for you to build an e-commerce agency. Second to that, if you jumped on an opportunity during COVID and you sold loads of face masks, whatever it might be that the medical and healthcare niche is going to be the right one for you. And the reason behind that is context. Okay. And where there's context, there's oftentimes confidence. And if you are confident and have total and utter conviction in what you can deliver and the results that you can get, then that's how you can be successful in actually closing clients. So I hope this has been an interesting video for you guys. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, most of you guys that are watching these videos, I think it's like over 85% or whatever it might be, aren't subscribed. So it means the world to me if you can subscribe and drop a comment below if you've got anything to say about this. All right, cheers guys. Speak to you in the next one.